about this layout before, my flip through of my wedding album, or my Untold Stories wedding album, and we talked about how I had more pictures for my bridal shower. And I indeed do. I did go ahead and get them printed from Free Print, so they are matte where this photo is glossy, and I'm okay with that. It works out. But I'm gonna do a double page, and this is already embellished and very heavily embellished. There was a challenge that was from the Bash Your Stash scrapbook group where we had to take a 2-inch strip of paper and cover it with embellishments. And clearly that's what I did. This is a chunky monkey in my album, but how am I supposed to combat this with my second page? So we'll talk about that today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and we will get to it. So my thought process behind this is, okay, if it's a double page layout, let's go ahead and make it a double page layout. Make the background paper the same as the other background paper. But what's hilarious is it's almost like this was exposed to the sun or something, because this is like a light blue while this is black. And they are indeed the same exact pieces of paper. So I don't know if it was like a different printing or what, but I've got the same paper, but this one looks a little darker than this one. And you probably can't tell in the video, but it's a little weird. I don't think you're going to be able to tell because I have 5 photos that I want to document on this page. So I need to bring in some white from this page over to this page, and I've got 3 vertical and 2 horizontal photos. So this is my thought process. I've got my 2 horizontals down here, and I am covering them for privacy. And what's crazy is that these don't, they're not full 4x6, so I'm gonna have to pick a side and then trim. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the inside and trim that inside bit. And then because I have 3 vertical photos, I don't really want to cut them down any. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay these out. Now, these are from Free Prints, and you notice that most of my Free Prints have a date and time on the back. Well, these were not taken with my camera. I found them off Facebook, and so the data that is Free Prints needs did not print on the back of this for the date. I'm okay with that. Whatever. So this 12 by 12 piece of paper is filled already. So I really only have a little strip of room, and I'm going to go ahead and fill that strip with a little bit of white. So this is one of those old school tools, and I think We Are Memory Keepers just came back out with this. But it is a Fisker's Border Punch, and you get these massive cartridges, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at how pretty that doily is. So I had this left over from my kit. I just had cut a whole bunch of them in different colors. I'll show you what it looks like full form here in just a second. So this is what it looks like. It is gorgeous. Wish I had a darker piece of paper, but that's it. It's so pretty. So I just cut it in half. You know, I don't need this full piece because it's not going to be seen. So white was the primary color that you see on this page, so that's why I chose white. And then I only really have one option for where I'm going to place my cluster. And what so happens, I have the extra florals that I used from here. Now these are chunky, so the bigger ones here, you notice, don't lay as upright as what is shown here. What I did is I actually cut these down. So I took the inside part and cut it, and then added these on top to kind of cover that weird spot that was created because I cut it. So one nice thing that Simple Stories provides is cluster bases already made for you. So I've got this beautiful cluster base. It's a cardstock element, and it's going to land right here. There's some dead space in my photo, so I can absolutely lay that on top. Now I picked the pink because I've got some pink paper down here, and I really want to try to bring those colors from this side over. So I'm going to start with my floral piece. So you can see I cut it off, and that's going to land right here next to this heart. And then I want to get some of that blue, because there is blue over on this, because that's the base paper color. And that butterfly can peek out behind the heart and the flower to kind of bring that over. And then I want to cover the center, because the center looks kind of funky. I've got a button that I put the shank off of by just using some wire cutters back from my jewelry making days. If you are into other crafts besides just scrapbooking, don't forget that you can use those tools still here on your layouts. Then I've got a cute little flare that is supposed to coordinate with this collection. And it's going to kind of tuck underneath my flower here, but I still want to be able to see it. So I'll probably rotate the flower or do something so that that's kind of tucking underneath. And I want a base for that, and I need it to be green because I've got so much green over here. So it's going to be some flowers, some leaves that I die cut. So that's perfect. And this will be adhered either with super glue or with the 3-in-1 glue. I'm actually probably going to use the 3-in-1 glue. I think that's what I used over here, and this is sturdy. This is not going anywhere. So that's probably what's going to be used. It's like a hot glue gun, but not hot, which is kind of nice. Kind of stringy, but that's okay. And then I'm talking a bridal shower, so I might as well get some bling bling on there. And that's going to kind of tuck right into here, kind of just tucking around that flower. And then I need to get some pearl. And what's awesome about this button is it has a little rose on there. Now I do have to be careful and make sure to get glue here because this is removable and I don't want it to be removed. So I've got a nod to a couple roses on this side, so I will do that nod here with this button. It has the rose and the pearl. So I struggle to get it back on. And I'm thinking that's going to land kind of underneath, something like that. I still want to be able to see it, but I want it to be tucked pretty significantly. And then my final touch is to bring some yellow. I already kind of have a little bit of yellow in that paper right here, but I'm going to add some chipboard hearts to kind of lead your eye into this little cluster. And that's it. So when I started, I went and looked in my flower drawer. Again, I like drawers for organizing because I can pull them out and bring them to my desk. Very convenient. And I ruffled through them a little bit and then found that I actually still had some of these lace flowers. Now these lace flowers I believe are from Spellbinders. They had like a $1 deal or something like that that allowed me to purchase these. So look at that. That one even just comes right out, doesn't it? For next time. Maybe this is the one I need to use so it doesn't get broken. Yeah, I like that better. It's flatter. Cool. Sweet. Don't forget to take a look at companies that you wouldn't expect to have kind of cool embellishments like this. But that's my page. Super simple. Getting a lot of extra photos for the same event and bringing some of that clustering up into the upper right hand corner. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.